who is your runner-up to Luka Doncic as the Rookie of the Year?
So let's talk about
Luka
Luka.
Doncic is the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, let's talk about Luka real quick. I have Luka, DeAndre Ayton, and then Jaren Jackson.
Okay.
I think DeAndre and Jaren are interchangeable, whichever one you want to have first.
Indeed, they are, and that is how I feel. I have Jaren too, because Jaren is my one true son.
Luka Doncic is averaging 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists a night.
Yeah, he's a teenager, and he's one of the best players in the NBA. I kind of, you know what? I kind of want to I want to put Luka on the all NBA team too. He's he's fucking awesome.
I don't think
that's
he's
a stretch. It's probably a stretch.
Yeah. I don't think he's quite there.
That would be fun though. That'd be fun.
But
if he did it.
He's probably a top 35 player in the NBA right now, which is insane for a 19-year-old.
But we knew this coming in. What's insane is that no,
we know this. Look, as someone who watched probably in the range of 30 to 40 games of him coming into the NBA, I watched so much Luka Doncic that it was insane. Right. I did not expect this. This is I said 15-5-5 coming into the year with somewhat maybe some inefficient shots, some inefficiency in general. He is at 27-5 on a league average true shooting percentage, slightly above league average true shooting percentage. He has been a monster. He, like I said, he is genuinely a top 20 player, or not top 20, top 30-ish player in the NBA right now. Yeah. And that's impossible. That is just crazy.
Two things I want to point out real fast. One, he's listed as a power forward on Basketball Reference, which is fucking hilarious. And sure. two, have you ever heard someone call him Wonder Boy?
Yes, that is
I love it. That's my new favorite nickname.
That's been sort of a thing when he was over in Europe. Yeah.
I like it and consider it locked in.
Wonder Boy is definitely more hilarious than Hallelujah.
We're not going to talk. I refuse to discuss that situation. Just try a little bit harder. Luka's awesome. I think too, there is a level of perhaps appreciation for Luka that maybe goes. It's hard to really say that anything is out of the realm. We should all be in awe of what he is doing. Absolutely. Yeah. But with Trae Young having as much struggle as he has had in that trade happening, it does add in another layer of, I suppose, intrigue to the proceedings. But right now he is Dallas's best player. He is the fulcrum of that team. He is a star right now and can get to a superstar level, true superstar level, next year. I don't know. He might be the hardest player in the NBA to trade.
Yeah, no one's going to be
not to go full Bill Simmons on this, but if
we can go full Bill. See, I love Bill. Let's go full Bill. He's probably
if you're doing the full depth chart of that, man,
you don't get out of the top 5 without saying Luka Doncic for sure.
Yeah.
I still think it's probably LeBron at number 1 under a 3-year contract, because you're just going to sell so much shit with LeBron that it's always going to be valuable. But Luka, so would you rather have Steph or Luka? Because Steph is on the long-term deal as well.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have Luka, but I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of just in general upside, right?
Yeah.
Nikola
Jokic or Luka. I think I take Luka.
Oh, Luka. There's no question on Luka. Yeah.
Giannis.
Giannis might be the one guy.
I'd still take Giannis. Is a trade value guy. Kevin Durant has 1 year left, so no.
Yeah.
You can't. Can't really say that.
I think you take Luka over Embiid. I don't feel great about saying that, but I think you do.
Do you take him over Harden?
I mean, I do. Harden is 29, and those have been 29 hard years, man, or at least the last 5 have been.
I don't know. That's like the breaking point for me. Is like I'm not sure if I take him. Like those like last 2 years of that Harden deal could get real ugly, but James Harden also just immediately makes you elite. Whereas like Luka, I mean, Dallas is 19 and 22 right now. Like he's been very good, but
yeah, like, he's also 19 years old. I mean, Jason Tatum is the better. I mean, that's his peer, right? Like Jason Tatum's the peer, and yet here we are.
Let's talk about DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton's averaging 16.5 points, 10.6 rebounds on 60% shooting from the field. Like no one under, I think, like 23 has done that basically.
No, he's doing really quite stupid stuff. Now the defense is going to be lacking. Everyone should have expected the defense to be lacking. It's not. He hasn't, captured the minds and hearts the way that Luka has, and it's frankly unfair because any other year he'd probably be a shoo-in. But I think that Jaren Jackson is number 2 on this list. But I don't need to go on about how much I love Jaren Jackson anymore.
Well, let's talk about Jaren real quick. Jaren is averaging 13 points, 4.6 rebounds, 1.2 assists per game.
Plus all that defensive.
Certainly prowess. An incredible, very, very good defender. He is like legit. He is not a good rebounder. Like that is a problem.
That's factual. He only averages 4.5 a game.
It's been a problem since Michigan State. His shooting, 33.7% from 3. He spaces the floor. He gets respect out there, which matters. So they space the floor a little bit, but like those still aren't like hyper efficient shots that he's taking out there either. He's just like
he too 19 years old.
He's like very clearly just like way below DeAndre as an offensive player, I think, right now.
Right. And I would argue that Jackson is significantly better than Ayton on the defensive end.
Yeah, I'd agree. If you want to flip those two one way or the other.
I mean, long term, Ayton is going to be, I presume, the better player because that offense is already there and only can get up there. And I think that the defense will come around because I think Ayton absolutely has the skill set to be a game-changing two-way. I don't think that I think Jackson's going to have an extremely high defensive ceiling. I don't think he can get his offensive ceiling to the same level. But right now, they're interchangeable, as you said before. I'm going to go with my guy.